For pretty much all of human history, we've had this one basic rule. Only nature creates life. But that idea, it's starting to crumble. We're stepping into a wild new era where biology isn't just something we find and study, but something we can actually build and even design right on a computer.
So that's a pretty provocative question, right? And it's exactly what we're digging into. Two brand new breakthroughs happening in totally different fields of science are making us question everything we thought we knew.
Okay, first up, let's dive into something that sounds straight out of science fiction. Scientists are now using artificial intelligence to dream up and create totally new viruses from scratch.
So how in the world does that even work? Well, it all comes down to something called a genome language model. Just think about how an AI like ChatGPT works. It reads billions of sentences to learn the rules of grammar. These AI models do the exact same thing, but instead of reading books, they're reading the DNA of thousands of viruses to figure out the fundamental rules of life itself. And when you break it down, the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, the AI just soaks up a massive amount of data from existing viruses. Then it starts to connect the dots and learn the underlying biological principles. And finally, and this is the amazing part, it uses that knowledge to generate totally new genomes, blueprints for life that have literally never existed before. Now, I know what you're thinking, and before your mind jumps to some kind of digital plague, let's be super clear about the goal here. These AI-designed viruses aren't made to attack people. They're actually biological assassins, engineered for one single mission, to hunt down and kill dangerous bacteria. This could be a game-changing weapon against those superbugs that our antibiotics just can't touch anymore. And listen, this isn't just some theory on a whiteboard. Scientists have already done it. They've successfully brought 16 of these completely new AI-generated viruses to life in the lab. They've turned digital code into actual, functioning biology. But, with any big leap forward like this, it's always a double-edged sword. This incredible power brings a whole new set of worries and responsibilities to the table. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this incredible promise, a new way to fight the crisis of antibiotic resistance. But on the other, when you can literally write biology like computer code, well, the potential for that to be used in the wrong way becomes a really serious problem. In fact, this isn't just speculation. A recent study from Microsoft Research basically confirmed our worst fears. They discovered that an AI could cleverly tweak the genes of dangerous proteins, letting them sneak right past the security systems we use to screen for biothreats, all while staying just as deadly. Our old safety nets just aren't going to cut it anymore. So, while we humans are over here playing digital architect with life itself, nature's been busy too. At the exact same time we're grappling with these new powers, a completely different biological threat has been quietly emerging from one of the most remote corners of our planet. Let's take a trip way up north to Norway. Scientists at the Arctic University were just doing their thing, looking at routine hospital samples, when they stumbled on something huge. A bacterium they'd been seeing for a while, one they thought was common, was actually something no one had ever identified before. In 2020, they gave it a name, Staphylococcus borealis. Okay, a new bacteria. So what? What's the big deal? Well, this is where it gets scary. After studying over 100 patient samples, they found that about a third of them, 1 out of every 3, were resistant to 3 or more different kinds of antibiotics. This isn't just a new bug, it's a new superbug. So let's really dig into what makes this thing so nasty. For one, it's a master thief. It's incredibly good at grabbing protective genes from other bacteria around it. It also creates this slimy shield called a biofilm, which makes it almost impossible to kill, especially if it's growing on a medical implant like an artificial knee. Now, on your skin, it might be harmless, but for anyone with a weakened immune system, it can cause really severe infections. All right, let's zoom out for a second and put these two stories side by side. On one hand, you have humanity's new ability to literally design life, and on the other, you have nature's incredible, relentless power to evolve it. What we're seeing are these two powerful forces, both moving at lightning speed right alongside each other. Our own ingenuity is letting us design biology to fix our problems. But at the same time, nature is evolving new problems that our old tools can't handle. This is the new reality. This is biology's digital era. And that really brings us to the bottom line here. Think about it. Our ability to design a virus to kill a superbug is a direct answer to nature creating a challenge like Staphylococcus borealis. We're caught in this escalating race between our own innovation and natural evolution.
The science itself is just a tool. It's neutral. The direction we go, whether we use these tools for good or for ill, well, that's on us. It always has been.